everyone.
Heat, light,
and power for the whole planet.
Without destroying the planet.
We'll live in a world where economies prosper.
and new wealth.
Lead to decent jobs
for everyone.
And we will live in a world
where our industry,
our infrastructure, and our
best innovations
are not just used to make money, but to make all our lives better.
We will live in a world
where prejudices and extremes of inequality
are defeated
inside our countries
and between different countries.
Where people live in cities and communities
that are safe, progressive,
and support everyone who lives there.
Where we replace
what we consume,
planet where we put back
what we take out of the earth.
We live in a world that is decisively rolling back
from climate change.
Where we restore
and protect the life in our oceans and seas.
Where we restore and protect
life on land,
the forests,
animals,
the earth itself.
With peace between and inside countries.
Where all governments are open
and answer to us for what they do at home and abroad.
And the justice rules.
With everyone equal before the law.
Where all countries and we their people
work together
in partnerships of all kinds
to make these goals a reality
for everyone, everywhere.
These are the United Nations global goals
for sustainable development.
Let's get to work. Let's make it happen.
Good morning, change makers. Good morning, this beautiful Saturday morning. Once again, my name is Oluwadunsin Bolaji, and I am welcoming you to the developmental stage of the ADEV Africa 2023. I would like to congratulate everybody here for making it to the next stage. This shows your dedication, your commitment, and hard work you've put into the foundation stage. And once again, I would like to say congratulations. It is not easy out of 1,000 participants, right, to be chosen. Congratulations once again. Thank you so much. I would like you to change, rename your profiles to your name and your country. Please adhere to the instructions. Rename your profile to your name and your country. Thank you so very much. For the first itinerary for today, I'll be choosing 4 people from different countries to give us a feedback on their experience so far on the ADEV Africa SDG mentorship program training, how the experience have been, and if you'd like to give us some feedback, I would ask you to unmute and choose a few people to give us their feedbacks. I would love to see your hands. Up, Bagawa from Uganda. Bagawa, can you unmute, please? I can't hear you. Can you unmute, please? Can I have someone on the team unmute Bagawa, please? I think it's trying to... Can you all still hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Bakawa is not responding. He has been given access to unmute his mic, but he's not responding. Maybe we'll put on that.
Okay, then we move on to the next person. Can we have Prince Young from Nigeria? Prince, hello. Can you please unmute? Hello.
Good morning, Oluwadunsin. Good to see you.
Thank you very much. Could you please give us a feedback on your experience so far at the ADF Africa's mentorship program?
It's been wonderful so far. And
can you please put on your camera so we can see who we are having this conversation with?
Okay.
Thank you.
Can you see me?
Loud and clear. Thank you so much. You can go ahead.
All right. My name is Prince Young from Cross River State, Nigeria. And the experience has been amazing so far. In fact, it has actually beat my expectation, especially being able to learn about the approach to sustainable development. It was, that session was really interesting for me, talking about globalization, personalization, and collaboration. It's something that I have started applying to my work here in Nigeria. And also the solution proposal, that was really something that kept me on the table thinking and being able to transmit what we have been doing here into writing. And not just something that you just write, but something that was very impactful, something that was catchy, something that was tailored to sustainable development. So I want to really thank the team. I'm learning a lot, and I know I'm going to learn more.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you for
Thank
choosing
you so much, Prince.
Here in this space. Thank you.
It was your hard work. It was all your hard work. Well done. You can unmute your mic now. Can we have Kwaje Hilary from South Sudan? Kwaje, please can you unmute your mic and turn on your camera? Is Kwaje here? Okay, okay.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
I think it is 11 a.m. here in South Sudan. I'm Kwaje Hilary. I'm really so glad to be on this journey. It's been one wonderful ever experience, because through the goal, really, I can really realize that things are moving on forward, because I've been working without having this in mind. But when I learned from the first stage of the training, I really realized that collaboration, personalization, and then driving things through the goals can really make one succeed in life. So I'm right now
Kwaje, are you still here with us? If the network is bad, you can turn off your camera so that we'll be able to hear you.
Hello.
Okay, we can hear you, Kwaje. Go ahead, please.
From the city journey, because I'm going through driving one of the SDG Gold 2. I'm currently in the farm right now, trying to see things move forward. So thank you so much.
Well done. Well done. Well done. So well done. It's really amazing to see live action going on and implementation going on already. Can we have Suzanne from Kenya? Can you please unmute your mic? Suzanne from Kenya. Are you here, Suzanne? Kiesta. Okay. If Kesta is not here, can we have Louise from Cameroon? Louise from Cameroon, are you here? Kindly unmute your mic. Okay, he's trying to speak. Can the team members please? Oh, Suzanne, you're trying to speak. Okay, can one of the team members please unmute from the back end? I would do this, but my laptop is down this morning, unfortunately. So I'm only using this with my phone and unfortunately, I cannot unmute them from my hand here. Please hold on. Thank you for your patience. Suzanne, can you try unmuting again if it's going to work? And how my team members on this call? Please, Olukemi, Akinyemi, if you're in this call, please, can you please unmute the participants, please? So we can get their feedback. Okay, Suzanne. Akinyemi, please, are you on this call? Can you please unmute the participants, please? Okay, so maybe not to take much of our time. We are just going to move ahead and maybe come back to this session because I would really love to hear your voices. I mean, you have been able to successfully move from a stage to another stage and you deserve to have your heart voice. Oh, amazing. Hello.
Good morning, this is Olukemi Akinyemi.
Who is speaking?
Olukemi Akinyemi.
Please, can you please unmute the participants? You are a co-host, right? Can you please unmute Suzanne from Kenya? Akinyemi, please. Thank you.
Okay.
So that we can move forward with this session. Okay. I am so limited because I'm not with my laptop right now, and so sorry for the. Oh, so sorry. Okay, ma'am. You know what? Can we just move on with the class? We will get back to that later. All right. So I would like to introduce the regional director of ADEV Africa, Mr. Emmanuel, to address the participants of the developmental stage of the ADEV Africa's SDG mentorship program. Mr. Emmanuel, are you on the call? Mr. Emmanuel, please signify if you're on the call. Mr. Emmanuel, are you on the call?
Okay, good morning, everyone. Thank you, Oluwadunsi. Sorry, my network went off for some minutes earlier. And once again, we're glad to welcome each and everyone to this development phase. On behalf of the leadership of ADEV Africa, we are so glad to congratulate you to advancing to the development phase. Just like Dunsi mentioned earlier, that it's not easy to have a community of 1,000 shortlisted to 250 participants, which we even don't have everybody on the call yet, but hopefully we are going to have them join this call. And if you have your colleague that is not yet on this call, kindly reach out to them, let them know that today's session has started. And this morning, do you want me to give the brief before we have our speaker for today, because she's currently on the call? Hello,
yes.
Dunsi.
Yes,
Okay.
please, you can go ahead. I actually mistook her for one of the team members, and she already showed her face for a few seconds, which I'm going to apologize for later on. But yes, please go ahead. Thank you.
Okay. Oh, you mean you already introduced her, right?
I almost did. Almost. I was waiting for it. Yes.
All right. Thank you very much, Dr. Oluwakemi. We sincerely appreciate your presence, ma'am. And we indeed, we are very grateful for you being in our midst this morning, because we know that we are taking us to another part of transformative leadership and innovation, which is the focus of what she's coming here to do this morning. And once again, I'm so glad to congratulate each and every one of us who are currently on this stage. And briefly, I'm going to be sharing the next activities and timeline of this second phase, which is the development phase. And I would like you to keep to this. However, information that I'm sharing this morning are also going to be communicated to you. You're going to have that in your next email communication. And yeah, you're going to have that in your next email communication. And that we get across to each and every one of you. So I quickly want to share my screen now. I'm seeing something else, just in a minute. Okay, I think you can have this now. So like I earlier mentioned, for this development phase, there are some certain activities that are being expected of us, and there are some certain deliverables which each and everyone are going to keep into. And one of the very first, one of the very key activities and future for this development phase is we are also going to be giving and break out into 17 groups. So you know that different fellows that are on this call, you have your specific SDGs, which you are focusing, you are building more focus on. We have people that their primary goal of interest is SDG 1, and we have much multitude that are SDG 13 and SDG 14. I know those are large groups, and definitely you are also going to have a special community and breakout group for each and every one. And at the end of this call, after this training today, document is going to be shared with you for you to have access to the links of each of your groups. And when you join your group, it's also important for you to appoint a leader amongst you and who is going to be coordinating the affairs of your team. But most importantly, this subgroup which you are belonging to is basically for you to work together and basically for you to get to network and also see how you can advance the achievement of your goal of interest in Africa countries. We are not just skinned to just one country. As you can see on this call, we have representatives from different groups. And also in the month of October, you are going to be having a policy brief as per your SDG of interest. And each and every group are going to submit a policy document that's your research work in line to contributing to the attainment of the SDGs. As you all know that we are halfway to achieving 2030 agenda, and it's very important for us to accelerate action and see how we can contribute immensely towards the achieving the 2030 agenda for sustainable development. And also part of the activities for this development phases, there are books that are already assigned which each and every fellow are meant to read, and it's very important for us to read those books. I know some of those books are books some might have read before, but still very important for you to read and share review with your colleagues, and which you are also going to coordinate amongst yourself. And also there is going to be a specialized SDG workshops per SDG group. So take, for example, people in quality education, they are going to have their specialized SDG workshops, and that is meant to happen in the month of September, between the 1st and 30th of September. So you have to decide the specific date you want to have your SDG workshop series and get to train the public or in line to that specific goal of interest which you are focusing on. However, there are some things that are also going to be provided in line to that. The space which you are going to be using is the Zoom space, and a link is going to be shared with you whereby you can get to schedule your workshop series. This is meant to be led by you. You are meant to be featuring in those series and leading those series. And also, part of the key activities which you all stand to benefit in this development phase is advanced trainings. And, for this program, we have 4 categories of mentors, which we are looking up to, but this time around, we are dealing with 3. The very first category is mentor organization, the mentorship-based organization strategy, where you get to be posted to a particular organization where you can share experience, learn from the organization, and learn from their leaders. That's the first category. And the second category is the individual mentorship, which you are also going to have in the course of the training, which you started having. You had all the way from July till today. And also, like I earlier mentioned, we have one of our mentors on the call, Dr. Oluwakemi Akiyemi, and she's here to bless us, and she's really loaded. So be prepared. And also the third one is the exemplary mentors. This is going to be a virtual engagement. Yeah, these are people that are SDGs, which you are to connect with, which you can also get to emulate their lifestyle. And yeah, you can study them, you can check their profile to see what they are doing and how they are doing those things excellently well. And believe me, there are a lot of people in this life that you can study, even without you meeting them, that can chip in and transform your life. Just you studying them and just you keeping on their profile and keeping to what they release, to their content, to their books. So this we're also going to share with you. And at the end of each month, you are going to be having your monthly growth performance report, which is an assessment index for us to know how you are growing in various aspects, not just personal aspects alone, not just personal growth alone, professional development is there, and all other capacity building areas. And as you can see on this timeline, it's already 10:22. I'll have to stop at this moment. This is the timeline of activity for the development phase, which spanned from August to December. And it covers everything which I've discussed in a brief, and it's very important. This document is going to be made available to us. And also the document that details the WhatsApp link for the 17 SDGs group are also going to be shared with us. So I would not like to take too long on this call, though I know Dusin is also going to retreat on this at the end of the call, at the end of the training session. Right about now, we are going to be having a mentor and facilitator today who is going to be leading the session on leadership and innovation. I will now hand it over to Dusin. However, at the end of the session, I know we are still going to get to talk, and definitely on the WhatsApp community, you can also ask questions for further clarification if there are things you want us to give clear information about. Thank you once again, and we sincerely congratulate each and everyone on the call. Over to you, Oluwadunsin.
Thank you so much, Mr. Emmanuel. Please, can we give Mr. Emmanuel a round of applause in the comment section? I mean, I am so happy. I'm privileged to be in the presence of the Regional Director of ADF Africa. Can we please thank you so much. And I see the excitement in the comments. Everyone is looking forward to this development space. They're looking forward to the activities, and they are pumped up and excited, which I'm happy about. So moving on, I would like to introduce our facilitator for today. Her name is Dr. Olukemi Akinyemi. Dr. Oluyemi Akinyemi is a seasoned administrator, counseling psychologist, and academic. She is currently engaged at the University of Ibadan as a lecturer and researcher in the Department of Counseling and Human Development Studies. Our work is specifically focused on youth development, family life, sustainability, and entrepreneurship, among others. As a researcher, our research interests are in the areas of HIV, AIDS, STIs, adolescents, and workplace psychology. A lover of young people with vast experience working with them, she enjoys supporting them through mentorship, speaking engagements, and sharing life nuggets and opportunities. Dr. Akinyemi is a member of several professional and social organizations, including the Counseling Association of Nigeria, CASSON, CASON, and Zonta International Club of Ibadan, to mention a few. She was the pioneer coordinator of the Youth Friendly Center, University of Ibadan, between 2008 to 2016. She presently serves as the coordinator of the Student Ecological Friendly Center, University of Ibadan, from 2020 till date, and also the coordinator of the Youth Friendly Center, University of Ibadan, having been reappointed to the head of the center in January 2023. Please, can we give Dr. Akinyemi a round of applause and let us welcome her warmly to our midst. She's a lover of young people, like she said, and we are so excited and honored to have her in our presence in our midst here. Thank you so much, Dr. Akinyemi. You can unmute your mic, Ma.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so glad and feel so happy to be here this morning. I count it as an outstanding privilege, if you allow me to use that word, because like you had seen and read, anything that has to do with the youth that will connect me to the youth anywhere in the world. In fact, that is the most amazing thing that could ever happen to me and that would ever happen to me. So this morning, I want to really appreciate you all. I want to appreciate the body. I want to appreciate the organizers. And I pray and wish that today we will gain from one another. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, Ma. You can go ahead with your session. Yes, Ma.
Thank you. So now, let me quickly run through what I have here. Sorry, I pray this network will be very stable. I'm trying to connect and share my screen. Oh, no. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's fine, Ma. So while you set up your screen, I would like to run through some of the comments that came in, also as feedback for the last for the previous phase of the program. I'm trying to refresh, and okay, so this is Zoan from Uganda. My experience about this mentorship program is so much appealing. On the previous stage, I would say the learning was so transformative in a way that for sustainable development to happen, it requires a collective action and efforts in addressing the people's need, ensuring prosperity, peace for all, and ensuring that nature is protected through collaborative efforts and partnership. Looking forward to exhaustively, learn more and replicate the knowledge for a transformed community or communities. Thank you so much for that, Joanne from Uganda. That was very insightful. And yes, I would encourage collaboration, partnerships. We are ready for you now, Ma.
While I'm waiting to share this, I'm making all effort to make sure I share this screen. I have it here. Let me just slowly run through my outline for this presentation. Leadership and innovation. That is what I'm going to present to us this morning. Yeah. My outline will be to explain the objectives. The reason why leadership and innovation is very paramount and very important to us at this time. Leadership itself, innovation, leadership, innovation and the SDGs. I don't know why this is not coming up. Please just try to bear with me.
The screen is already showing us that it's, yes, we can see it now.
Oh, thank you. So
yes.
17 goals to transform our world. I want to greet every participant, everyone on this program this morning for making it happen, for making your time. We have to sacrifice our time to do some of these things, but I want to tell you that whatever you had, you will agree with me that it's very germane and very important and not a wasted effort or wasted time. So let me run through, as I had mentioned, all the outlines. What are the objectives? What are the objectives? Challenge your previous knowledge and misconceptions on friends' belief on leadership. We have different beliefs at our lives. When you mention leadership, look at it and we handle things that has to do with leadership. I want to broaden your horizon on leadership and innovation. Equip you with skills and effective leadership and innovation. Inspire you to employ leadership and innovation as a tool to foster the sustainable development goals all over the world. Leadership and innovation needed to effect change. Talk of any change, talk of any region, talk of any zone, talk of anything in life. How do we effect change? How do we move from where we are forward? How do we change things from the old norms, old ways, and move to change new things? And you remember, when you want to develop, when you want to grow, you will not continue to be stagnant in a place where you be. Then you think of change. And when you think of change of anything at all, you must put into some consideration leadership. How will change be possible without you having somebody leading? For instance, even let us look at our gathering this morning. If we have this, if we plan this, and there is no leadership role in it, I doubt if this can be achievable. And so, innovation is paramount thing. Innovation is what you will blow, that will blow your vision, that will blow your plans in any setting. So consider what we can do with leadership and innovation. It is very critical and germane to moving on in life, to change so many things in our nation, in our environment, in wherever you find yourself. Leadership and innovation are the two wheels upon which you drive development. Leadership, let me say that again. I try to make my PowerPoint as simple, as straightforward, that is self-explanatory. Leadership and innovation are the two wheels that you drive on, that will make that will drive development, that will make development so easy. And every individual that desires to solve problems of his community or society must master these two tools as an act and as a skill. I mean, at times when we mention leadership, we'll be looking at maybe people that are up there. Leadership traits, leadership innovation, leadership interventions, even start from family grassroots, start from our workplace, start from our study, start from whatever we do. If we can restructure our mind and belief into making use of these two wheels in moving on in life and develop any stage of our life, you will know and believe with me that this leadership and innovation moves together. You cannot separate it. You cannot. You cannot. You cannot say leadership and you just look at leadership and you move on. And you say, okay, now I don't want to have anything to do with leadership. I want to just go with innovation. The two goes hand in hand. And as we move on, you will understand what I'm trying to drive in and prove to us. I mean, preach to us if that is the most appropriate. Every individual that deserves to solve the problems of this community and society must master these two tools as an act and as a skill. I have briefly discussed that no problem could be solved without you putting into consideration the act of leadership, joined with innovation. And so the involving challenges our world is confronting today, combined with the swift shift in digital technology. My head is blocking that. Let me just move on in another slide. It seems I'm blocking myself. So I'm talking about every individual that deserves to solve the problems of his community and society must master these two tools, you know, as an art and as a skill. Otherwise, saying that you don't just look at it as something very minute or something you can take so trivial. Because by the time you are talking of mastering tools, I mean, mastering something to become your tools as an act and as a skill. Let me use the word skill here. Skill is not just something that you just wake up and through stages to make you to master a skill. And so the evolving challenges our world confronts today, combined with swift shift in digital, my head is blocking. Can you just move it up? I'm sorry. Involving of diverse solution. Yeah. The evolving challenges our world confronts today, combined with this swift shift in digital technology, necessitate innovation for diversing solution and leadership for effectively implementing these solutions. How do we do that? Let's move on. Now we want to talk about leadership, because I had talked about the two will go hand in hand. I have said so much that the two cannot be separated. So now let me now take it one after the other. What leadership is not. Like I said, when I was coming into this, starting this, I said leadership at times means so many things to so many people. We have different beliefs when we hear the word leadership or when we are called to come to take a place of leadership. But let us have in mind this morning that leadership is not controlling, but persuading. Some people, when you put them in the position of leadership, they They believe that is an authority, that is a place of authority where they can just give authority, where they can show and flex their muscles. No, you will agree at the end of this that leadership is more than that. Look at this. Leadership is not controlling, but persuading. When you have people following you, leaders are the people that are placed at the forefront. You are the role model. You are the mentor. So you are like mirror that people look at. And when they look at you, you don't stand to say, yeah, go this way, go that way. You want to flex muscle, you want to give order, but you try to persuade because of different human characters and human different human people that, characters and behavior that you want to combine. You persuade so that whether you have the strong-headed ones or cool-headed ones, you have to persuade so that your words will stand. Leadership is not about commanding, but inspiring. You inspire people through so many ways. You inspire people by your look, by your thoughts, by your words, by what you even do. People, at times, you don't even need to talk. When they look at you, I cannot imagine seeing my vice chancellor around me here picking and replacing things and putting it in an appropriate place, and I will fold my hands that anyway, he likes to do it. No way. For me, it's my leader here. And when I see him doing something, he's showing me what I should do. I will be inspired that if my vice chancellor can do this, I will quickly do and even do more. So leadership is not about showing off, but being a role model. You show what you actually want to display. So if we are talking of mentorship here, let us put it in our mind and let us make conscious effort to really want to be in that position appropriately, not even just bearing or carrying that mark of or title of I am a role model or I am the leader of this. Show it by example. Show it by what you do. Leadership is not about doing it alone, but about collaborations. Some people will call themselves leader and they will want to show it by, they want to do everything all alone. They are jack of everything. They are there, they are here, they are there, they are everywhere. Leadership is not about that. Leadership is not a position or title. It is action and influence. What do I mean? Like I just gave you vivid, don't mind me. I love to give vivid and clear description of whatever I want to describe so that you get it even more than my words. I have just described seeing my vice chancellor, the whole vice chancellors of the University of Ibadan, doing things that you will least expect that somebody of that high rank, high caliber, high status to start doing. Now, me, an ordinary lecturer there, at that level of just leading 2 centers, you expect me to fold my hands. That shows if my vice chancellor can do that, is showing influence, is trying to act so that his actions will be, we have influence on everyone that are coming behind, that are followers, that you want to mentor, that you want to impact. And so, next slide, please. Leadership. There have been several definitions of leadership, as there are many thought leaders in the field that have covered different perspectives on organizational leadership, political leadership, among others. For the purpose of this training, we will be exploring the leadership definition made by John Maxwell that says a leader is a person that knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. That is John Maxwell for you. A leader is a person that knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. I want us to put it in our mind not to forget. Leaders are not just anybody. The leaders are loaded with experiences, are loaded with knowledge, so that if you are taking up a position of leadership, you need to go and read, you need to go and research on that position so that you will know. It's not enough for you to just be a leader. What you need is to know, be sure of what. Let me cite my personal example to you. When I was appointed to oversee the center, Student Ecological Center, as the pioneer center, pioneer leader of that center. Honestly, immediately they finished putting the structure, when you are privileged to have somebody that have done something before you, it will be very easy for you to follow the step. You can just change the few things about what that your predecessor has done. But if you are not the fresh baked person, new person that is coming into that program, if you the time you be in my shoe, or maybe you've been in my shoe, you understand what I'm saying. Before I could come up to announce my position, I went into making so many researches, going to searching what it is, the center, the program, what I need to do, what I need to put together, what is it all about. I did all that, just downloading, and I sat down to study what it is and what it entails. And that is what John Maxwell is trying to say here. For anyone that will be guided and be mentored in the right way and will be a good mentor, that is leadership, will be the person that knows the way, that goes the way. And it's not only for you to know. If you know something, you don't just pass it on to people that you want to pass it to. You go the same way so that they will follow suit. We will come back to this definition to draw out the skills and qualities you should have as a leader. Leader is an act of being a leader. Leadership is an act of being a leader. Leadership by influence. The kind of leader you should be. Look at that. If you look at this picture, I don't know, can everybody see what I'm saying that I display on the screen? This is a group.
Yes, you can.
Thank you. This is a group of people, and they almost look like same in size and everything, showing that it shows the equality. The only thing that differentiates or that is differentiating someone there is the color, so that you will know that there is somebody there that stands as a leader to every other person. But it's not that. If you notice this, look at this picture very well. This leader did not put something to elevate himself over every other person. They are on the same level. So for the purpose of this training, this is the kind of leader you should determine to be. Either you have a title or not, a position or not, charisma or not, you can attain this kind of leadership. You don't need to hold a title or position or charisma to be this kind of a leader, or even you hold a title, position, and charisma. This is the kind of leader you should aspire to be. 3 qualities you draw out from the definition. The leader knows the way. That is competence that I've just described to you by way of giving my personal experience about the center. The leader goes the way, capacity. It's not that you will know that this is too enormous, this is too big. Let me just show them how to do it while I relax. No, you will lead all through. A leader shows the way. A leader shows the way. So it's not enough for you to say, yeah, look at that. When you get to that right-hand side, you turn to the left, you go right. No, everyone you are leading will be behind, while you will be going and they will be looking at you. A leader knows the way, competence, vision, and goals. A leader must have a clear vision and a goal. You cannot lead empty. The word empty, please, I want to note it. A leader must have a clear vision and goal. He or she must be clear on what to achieve. He or she must know how to communicate their visions and goals. Even when you know, if you don't know how to communicate, you're as good as you don't know. So as a leader, You have to be competent. You have to know how to put your ideas together. Apart from putting it together, you know how to present it. Technical skills. The leader must have a vast knowledge on issue they are working on. For instance, if you look at some of the program under Ecological Center, even though what I studied is on one side, I mean, a package that could be separated from that program, but I intentionally merged it. What I had not studied in my life, I started studying and started gathering that knowledge so that I will be able to merge everything to make up for what I want to project, what I want to present, and the results I want to have. He or she must have broad knowledge of what he intends to do. He or she must have knowledge on how to do it. So when I saw that, I now started imagining that, okay, how do I do it? Now I have gathered all this knowledge. In fact, at the stage, I saw a few things that I was wondering, how will I put it together? It looks like the kind of technology that wasn't associated to my specialty. I had to start making consultation, asking questions, bringing in some other colleagues from other faculty and department, asking them. In fact, up till now, we are still meeting and try to put in some things together so that, because I told the university that the vision will not just be for my specialty or where I have my expertise, but I want it to be what everybody will gain from. And this is what I'm trying to describe here, that anytime you are placed in the role of a role model or a leadership, please make sure leading must serve everyone. Leading must provide virtually everything. You should know how to project, how to present your knowledge to the people you are leading. A leader must not know, must know how to manage people and resources. That's another very important thing when you are leading. Some people believe that leadership is just to arrive and pack every resources and, gather it to themselves. It's beyond that. If you allow me to describe few things, I will try to manage my time, but I still need to I want to drive home some of these points so that we have vivid and clear understanding of what I am trying to say. Way back, yes, when I was appointed into the Youth Friendly Center, University of Ibadan, we started as NGO. There was no money to run the center. And I saw this is a very good, beautiful program that the youth need to project and to achieve what they are here to do. Fine, we are in the university to have your certificates. But the University of Ibadan, they believe in Nigeria, they believe that it is beyond that. Working on your academic career pursuit, you still have to join other moral and every other things that will make you to be outstanding. And so when I saw that program, I said, I will not allow this program to die. Whether there is resources or not, we must look for it. I cannot forget the time that I needed to put up a program. There was no fund in the university. What I did immediately as a leader, I couldn't sleep for days. And I thought of it that, okay, what is the best way by which I can go about this? I said, okay, I went to take permission from the authority that, can you allow me, since there is no fund, but I had made up my mind, I've been on this, trying to plan this program for months, for weeks, that will you allow me to go out to search for funds for this program? And they gladly gave me the opportunity that, yeah, we can see your passion for this, but unfortunately, we are sorry, there is no fund. So what I did, for everyone to believe what I'm doing, I put up a customized t-shirt on all my staff and volunteers. I normally do something anywhere, any establishment, any position of leadership that I am appointed to. I quickly look around and gather youth around me that I call them the volunteers. This is an act of you not just being a leader, but you want to impact into people that are coming, that act of leadership. And quickly, we had series of meetings, and they were very happy to work with me. We went into the town, we went into establishments, we went into places to seek for their help with the letters, having the University of Ibadan, and we're able to gather few funds. And that year, we had that program. It was an outstanding success, and I cannot tell you all that we achieved during that time. So what I'm trying to say is that the leaders must have problem-solving skill. If I will stand by the problem on ground, I would just say that to say, anyway, the university cannot give me money, and so I cannot go beyond that. So let it be. But I went extra mile to to look for how I can solve the problem. A leader goes the way, capacity, planning in the activities concerned with setting out the objectives, timeline to reaching them, and strategies to accomplish them. Planning. What is planning? What do you do when it comes to planning? These are what you should put into consideration. You go systematically into whatever you want to do. That is what we call planning. Setting out the objectives. You just have to look at the holistic of what you want to do, and you now map out all the objectives for it. You map out the timeline to reach that goal and to accomplish it. The executing your whatever, the planning of the program. Executing is the act of carrying out the plans. Remember, planning without executing will yield no results. You have sat down, brought the idea, listed the objectives, map out how you can achieve it. In fact, at the planning, you can even have the projection of the end result. The idea of the end result from the beginning. You have the idea that if we do it this way, map out this way, this is what we want to do. At the end of this whole thing, we should achieve this. So if you had done all that, but you don't know how to execute it, then there is problem. There won't be any results. Then decision making, a leader must possess the ability to make decisions. It is the act of choosing between more than one options. I said it from the beginning, you pardon me, I love giving vivid description. I projected to have a program that I know everybody in the university community, in my own university in Nigeria, will benefit from. But unfortunately, at that time, there wasn't money to execute it. I quickly went into my thinking faculty on, okay, I had done everything I needed to do. They saw it that is a beautiful program there, but we were helpless. I quickly think of how to execute it. I told you, I asked them, I seek permission, I wrote, they granted me. I made another move, putting on customized shirts, trying to see how we can achieve it. Then decision making. A leader must possess ability to make decisions. Nobody taught me that, okay, if that cannot work, you can. If you're a leader and you cannot think of alternative to things, then I doubt if you will be able to go too far. When you are planning A, you must put B beside. The peradventure A fails, we can quickly shift to B. For instance, what I had planned, and we are still planning all the objectives that we have laid down to achieve at the University Eco-Friendly Center, we are still struggling to hit the nail on the head. But aside that, instead of just folding our hands looking, I quickly called meetings and we sat down, we look at, okay, what can we do while we are waiting to execute the big one? And we thought of, okay, no way we have to put in the psychosocial stability into consideration for all our students, which is very germane to their course of study, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years. We can support them psychosocially while they're here, but we still have other ones. So delegating. If you listen to what I've been saying, I'm trying to put in the constitution of everything that I have been doing as a leader in the various capacities that I've served and I'm still serving. I delegate. The act of bringing in students even to be my volunteers is an act of delegating. Every leader must learn how to delegate. Delegate is being secured enough to assign tasks and authority to others. For us, I know that, okay, I am like their mommy. I am like their big auntie in the university. I am like an authority that they can be shaken to say, hey, she's coming. But I try to play everything down to come to their level. If you check some of their, my page, you will see that most times we even put on t-shirts together to let you know that we are together here. And it makes students so comfortable. And when I say, Kemi, you will do this, they gladly do it. If I call any of my volunteers that you will be in charge of this, you will be in charge, because that is what I do. We want to have a program, we will distribute it into segments. This set of people will be here, this set of people. I cannot say because I am the leader there, I will go on and do everything. No, just be following me. Before you know it, you are on your way out. So leadership goes the way, capacity. The leadership in the pyramid here, you see, a leader shows the way. Character. I had briefly mentioned that in my introduction. That is not enough for you to say, so that when you are coming, they know that the leader is coming, hey, she's already coming, everybody will be running a task. That is not what shows you as a leader, my dear. A leader shows the way. A leader shows the way. In your character, you show what it is. In your disposition, you show what it is. In fact, when they see you, the way you move, what you do, gives you out who you are. People want to really follow you. You have more followers. Conflict resolution skills. Where there are two or more people, conflict is inevitable. That's it. A leader must know how to resolve or manage conflicts. We all know what I'm saying. Okay, let me quickly go back to integrity. Sorry, integrity is a scarce currency in today's world. You will stand out if you make integrity your lifestyle. What do I mean? Anytime people are chance to be in the position of leadership, all they want to do is to have all the resources to themselves. They would have forgotten why they are posted. They would have forgotten why they have given that opportunity to serve. Leadership is about serving, my dear. That is the simplest description I can give leadership. You are there to serve. And when you are in a place to serve, you are not there to consume or to pack all the resources away. So if you can see that, you will know that, these are the things that you need to incorporate in all it takes to be a leader.
Hello, Ma. Please,
yes.
We have just 5 more minutes. Thank you.
I'm almost done. Then I just want us to get that so that we'll go with it. Interpersonal skills, relating with others in the hallmark of leadership. Is the hallmark of leadership, and you need to have good interpersonal skills. Aside that, persuasion skills. Persuasion skills is your ability to influence people's thoughts and action towards the desired goals. In fact, that's why I always like to do some descriptive analysis, so that peradventure, if you don't remember some of these powers points, you will remember my analogy, you remember my examples and my descriptions. So innovation. What is innovation? Innovation is doing a new thing. Innovation is altering a process to bringing out a new result. The result can be a product or solution. If you can't do a new thing, do the ones that already on the ground. One in a new way. You can change what is on the ground, put it in another form. It will still look like new. If you can do a great thing, do the small thing in a great way. What is innovation? Innovative leadership. Innovative leadership is a style of leading that involves applying innovation and creativity to managing people, processes, and creating solutions. The question of how do I do it better is the model operandi of an innovative leader. So innovation for sustainable development goals, generating innovation. The most paramount thing you have to look at is one, the problem, the people, and the process. The three goes hand in hand when you are talking of innovation of sustainable development. So a self-explanatory triangle of innovation. Make sure when you are making new innovation, look at the legal aspect, technological aspect, and sustainability aspect. You cannot separate the three. You want to go, this dimension focuses on the advancement. This is talking about technology. You want to make new innovation. Then how do we sustain that? You cannot just say, okay, I have the idea of doing this. You will do, and in a short time, that thing will go into extinction, they will forget it. Then the legal aspect of it, you have to make sure that you don't do things just anyhow. I just told you, I give you the scenario and the description of, I want to change something that will carry the name of my institution. I cannot just go into the town or any organization without taking permission. I cannot take the name of my university anyhow because it has legal consequences. So let us know that when you are doing this, make sure the three goes hand in hand. And so leadership, innovation, and solutions, community, the SDG, which is the sustainable aspect of it, is paramount. I mean, they are paramount to what we've been discussing. Collaborate instead of competition. We are not in any competition, especially when you're a leader. You cannot go about and say, I will do it so that they will know that. Who are you doing it for? You want to teach some people. Leadership is an art of teaching, art of showing them, art of leading them. So you are not, let me quickly do this, I tell that they will not see. You have to be open as much as you can. Integration instead of segregation. You bring people together. Your age, the lower, the big. I just told you, I described to you that I had to call in my colleagues that are in other faculties. I said, this is not about just education, Faculty of Education. I want everyone in the tech faculty. I want everyone everyone in different faculty to benefit from this. So I went about doing all that. You don't segregate, you integrate, so that integration will even make you to be outstanding. People and planet-centered solution. Every solution have for the people and a sustainable planet. Therefore, solution must be people and planet-centered, community-based design solution. As a leader, ensure you tailored your solution to the community you serve. I'm talking about my university. I'm describing what we have been doing in the university. It might not be applicable to your university. You cannot come and take my own style and do exactly what I did here, that, okay, this is what happened. It might not be applicable to your community. So look around what your community wants, what it is like, who are your audience, what are the need of your community, and just you can take some of my idea, or you incorporate it appropriately into your own society and community. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Doctor. This was a very informative and educative session. I mean, leadership is going to be applied in different and several aspects of our lives. Even aside from the business sector, we also have sustainable development projects where the participants of this call will be leading. They would have volunteers, so there will be application to this. Absolutely. Thank you so very much for also sharing from your wealth of experience. It shows you've been there and you've done it, you've done that, and you are the perfect person to learn from. So we'll be having the Q&A Yes, ma'am. So we're having the Q&A session now. We have a few people who have some questions, and please raise up your hands if you have questions. And okay, so we have Favor from Nigeria. I'll be asking you to unmute your mic. So you can unmute your mic now. Okay, thank you. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, ma. Thank you for the wonderful session. It's really been my question is, from your personal experience, when you cited a program you had in mind to do, you had a passion to go about it, but you were lacking in finance, and the school was not the capacity to provide such financial support, and you had to look for means to get the fund. Now, you are under an institution. What about for an individual who is about to just start up an organization, let's say an NGO, with the mind of carrying the project in that will speak to the SDG 4, which is quality education, but you are not an organization yet. So how do you go about sourcing for funds from people? Because definitely they want to know which organization is this or what backing, especially the legal backing. So how can one be able to achieve sourcing for funds when you're not under an organization, or you're not an organization yourself, but an individual entity?
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you very much, Favor.
Yeah, Favor. What I gave was just an example. And as I was rounding up with my session and with my PowerPoint presentation, I remember I mentioned that was just mine. Whatever I had said or presented here is just for you to have an idea how you can incorporate such into your own program or into your community or society. I just described to you, even as a big setup like the university, but it's not all the time they have enough funds to do whatever that needed to be done. So at that instance, what did we do? I gave you this description. To not talk of personal idea. In fact, I don't want to discourage you to say it's the most difficult. It's not. Nothing is difficult when you have the passion for it. It's because of the passion, it's not part of what I should have done. As a lecturer and as a professional, I was just being appointed to a place. If it can work, let it work. If it does, but in the spirit of leadership, you will go extra mile. If actually you have packaged your program and you have done all that should be done to make it an existing program, then you put up the write-up. You can meet and liaise with some organizations. You can walk up to, in fact, let me tell you, it's just that we didn't have enough time. I will have described more on all some of the things that I did to make sure I achieved. There was another time I entered into the local market to beg for funds when we wanted to have programs for some set of people that needed us. But there wasn't any fund. I still did the same thing I did. I went into the local market to start with write-up, say, good morning in my local language. I started begging, telling them, explaining what I wanted to do. I mean, you have to be sincere with whatever you are doing. You have to show your passion. You have to let them know the result to whatever you want to do. Because a stitch that we did not take care of right now will degenerate from 1 to 9. And so that is exactly what I did. And you can do such too. Wherever you can look around, it's going to be a period of making plans. But I can tell you that when you have a very important program that people see that this is the truth, this is going to benefit them, they will not mind. I know what I collected, and I gave them to sign. I gave them what it takes for them to know that we are not just going to spend your money. You will see us on the local television, on the local radio, where we are going to make use of your money, and we even send appreciative note to you from having the edge tag of the name tag of my institution. So it's not, when you talk to people like that, they know that you are sincere. You go to religious centers, you go to organizations, you go to meet some of the leaders, that they are true leaders, they will definitely support you. I don't know if I've answered your question.
That was an amazing response.
Yeah.
And understanding that everybody here, the change makers here, are going to have projects that will need funding. It's a very important question. And another, I would like to give a sort of response to favor, another approach you can take. My advice is start small, right? Start small. You can start with just one project at a time. Execute that project with the little you can, then approach organizations for partnerships. Don't ask for funding, ask for partnership, right? Have their names on your letterhead. Make sure you have their logos on your letterhead. Then you now approach organizations you want money from, because those people want to know that, are you credible? Who are you? Who is on your board of advisors, right? Who is going to be held accountable? So there are strategies to go around this. You can't keep waiting for the United Nations to give you funding, especially when you want to approach corporate organizations. There are some partnerships and collaborations you don't necessarily need to collect money from. There are some people you don't even want to collect money from. You just need their support for them to say, we are with you on this project. But you need to have at least done something. You need to have pictures, videos of at least the little project you can do, even if it's just one. Let them see that you've done something. Okay, so we're going to take the next question from Kabelo Poke from Lesotho. All right. Okay. Oh, all right. You dropped your hands. Okay, so thank you very much, ma'am. A lot of people have sent their appreciation in the comments. Please, can we give Doctor a round of applause and appreciate her for taking her time to educate us and enlighten us this beautiful Saturday morning. We are all change makers here, striving to change the world in the little way we can. And she's supportive of us. She's here because she supports everybody here. So please let us appreciate Doctor. Thank you very much, Ma. On behalf of ADEV Africa, we want to appreciate you for taking time to do this. And we look forward to more partnerships and collaborations with you, Ma. Thank you so much for honoring our request.
Thank you. God bless you.
Amen. Thank you so much, Ma. Have a nice day, Ma.
You too.
Okay. Bye.
I love you all.
Okay, so moving on with the program, we would have, I can see some questions in the comments section. We have some people asking for attendance. We will not be taking attendance in the development stage because we believe you are leaders, right? We have left the stage where everybody is grouped together. We do not know who is serious and who is not serious. We are change makers here. We are leaders here. We are nation builders here. So we won't be tracking and making sure you're here. We believe you are here for something serious. You are here to make a change in your communities, and we are here to give you the resources. So we believe that you'll be here on time to receive the training. And we want to believe that everybody here is serious and they've put work into their the formal stage and they are ready. So there will not be babysitting this time. There will be no babysitting. Thank you so much for taking your time to attend today's session. Yes, the next training is on Saturday. That is next week, Saturday. WhatsApp groups will be sent later today. The WhatsApp groups that you'll be put into will be sent to you later today. And every other information will be passed across to you through WhatsApp, through your email. Please make sure you're always checking your email. It is very, very important. Thank you very much for being on this call. And this will be the end of this. There is no participation link. You are CEOs, you are leaders, right? Yes, you will have the slides. The slides will be passed across to you. So please, Yes, you will. Thank you so much. You can leave the call now. Thank you so much for being here.